Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update, and to be frank with you guys, it's another slow week. There's nothing really going on. But before we jump into the rest of the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to say is a big thank you to all of you guys which supported yesterday's video. Yesterday's video was a sponsored video where I reviewed a keyboard, and I'm very thankful that a lot of you guys showed up and gave it some views as well as gave me a little bit of love. So thank you very much for that. But with that being said, let's talk about the new limited time quest, Arun's Interception. So as you can see, the battle power requirement is not very high. It's at 3,413 and you'll be able to access this. Now this is a 24 player boss rush. Please keep in mind there are actually two bosses. I've seen so many people, they kill the Crocodilus and they immediately just leave because they see in quest details it's Crocodilus Vera. What they don't realize is there's actually a boss after Crocodilus. So make sure that you actually defeat both of them and then just wait until you see all the rewards come in. Because even after you kill the second boss, you have to kill the goon squad as well, or all the little ads. If you don't kill the ads and you just kill the boss, the quest doesn't end. I actually got caught off guard. A lot of people are like, Kero, it's not done yet, when I was like, yeah, good job everyone, because we didn't kill the goon squad yet or all the ads, so we had to do that. But of course we do need to talk about the loot, or at least the featured item drops, and unfortunately my fears came true. This quest only drops the Octo Armor Belta. It cannot drop the Sheza, it cannot drop the Arga. So, you know, I don't want to rant about this like all over again because, you know, I've done that all week basically. But I'm just not very happy with the way that the drop table works or the loot. It just doesn't make a lot of sense that they release the Argos for 1 week and it's like, oh yeah, you can't farm for that anymore. Then you have the Beltas for 1 week, and after that it's like, oh, you can't farm these anymore. Then the Shezas come out. Obviously, I don't know if the Octo Armor Sheza is going to be available next week because we do have the NGS headline that we have to watch first in order to understand, you know, what the next LTQ is. But I can almost guarantee you there will be another limited time quest next week, simply because if we look at the roadmap over here from August to September, we have 6 limited time quests. So that simply means that well, you know, we probably have 3 more weeks of limited time quests, or maybe 4, I don't actually know, but we're going to be getting a lot of LTQs. Now I personally am okay with having weekly LTQs. It's kind of like the ARC's records where it's like every single week you have something different to do. The thing that I would like to see improved is going to be, of course, the drop rate of the items. I think LTQ should be something that people are excited to do every single week. It should be similar to La CL Exploration where it's like, yeah, I want to do it at least once a day, you know, and the drop rate should reflect that. This week's LTQ unfortunately isn't very good when it comes to drops. Even though it says it can drop all of these LC capsules, I have not had a lot of luck with the LC capsules. It seemed to drop a lot less common versus last week. Last week it was pretty much guaranteed after every run I would get like 2 LC capsules. Sure, it might not be the best ones, it might be like Mastery, but either way I did get 2 LC capsules almost every single run. Versus this one, I think I've gotten like 1 LC capsule out of 10 runs. Now of course I could be incredibly unlucky simply because, you know, I used up all of my luck on the Octo Armor Argas that I got last week, so that's understandable. But from what I hear from other players as well, they seem to have nerfed the drop rate even more or lowered it or something along those lines because, well, you know, not a lot of people are getting good drops. I've had several people get the Octo Armor Beltas though, but the issue is they're not selling. I feel really bad for people who get the Belta because they're like, yes, I hit the jackpot. They put it on for like 20 million, 15 million, 10 million, and it's not selling on ship 2. So I think a lot of people have just kind of wisened up a little bit and we're just like, you know what, I don't care about this armor. I'm just gonna wait until the seasonal event that kicks in next week and then just do that instead, and we'll probably get free armors from the seasonal shop or something. And so even though these are incredibly rare, they're just not selling because there's no demand for them. Well, there is demand, but people aren't willing to spend like a lot of Meseta for them. So Yeah, I don't I don't know. I feel like Sega kind of dug this hole for themselves. If that's the case, they should have just made these armors a little bit more common, you know, since there is no market for it at the moment. Or at least the economy's a little bit in shambles right now. And of course, they've got the giant bait over here with all the Tisha weapons. I don't think anyone's gotten a Tisha weapon from the LTQ. If you've gotten a Tisha weapon to drop in the LTQ, let me know in the comment section below. You know, speaking about that, something Loot King reminded me today was back in the base game, when you ran LTQs or you ran different quest types, you could actually check the percentage of how many people have gotten XYZ item. So this was back in base PSO2. So let's say you were running Ultimate Quest in the base game, you could actually check in the past week how many people have gotten what item. And so you were able to actually calculate what the drop rate was or what the percentage was based off actual data that the game was recording. And there was that little bit of transparency there, letting people know that, oh, you know, these Nemesis weapons were really rare because, you know, only 10 people got it this week out of like 1,000 people or so. And I kind of miss that. You know, I would like to see NGS have something similar to that where I could actually see, yo, how many people actually got a Tisha weapon server-wide, or at least this week, or something along those lines. That would be really cool to see, just so that I understand, like, what are the odds? Because I watched Zeomantic's video earlier today, actually, and he was talking about, like, PSO, like the original Phantasy Star, and he talked about the drop rate in PSO, and you know, there were like 1 in 33,000, 1 in like 40,000, 50,000, stuff like that. There were like really rare items, but those rare items all had like really unique powers that kind of were game changing. Like there were items that made you immune to status elements, and I was like, whoa, that would be so cool. So I mean, I would like to see introduction of those type of items into the game. That would be really nice, even if they were ultra rare. Can you imagine if they added items that gave you effects that you got in LaCiel Exploration, like the attack speed up one? Like, I love the attack speed up. That one is such a good modifier, being able to attack faster, being able to get more attacks out with your normal attack, being able to increase your normal attack potency. Those are my favorite days. Whenever you get those modifiers, they're the most fun, because I literally go to the boss, I hold down left click, I'm dealing like 14,000 damage, and everything is just dying in front of me, and it's just really fun. I like that. I like that. It would be really nice to see some sort of modifiers like that to be on the ultra rare items, so that it actually justifies the effort in getting these items, and there would be like a huge demand for these items. But then again, you know, it's still going to be ultra rare, so there's that trade-off, obviously. But at the very least, it would be a little bit more justifiable, I guess. I don't really know. I feel like the main issue that we have right now is we're funneled into one type of game mode, and we just play the living daylights out of that, and then we get like, you know, mediocre loot. And the progression seems to be just like hyper focus on your potency, on your HP, on your photon power, and just get as much damage as physically possible. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing interesting. There's no like the S capsules or something back in the base game where it changed the way that you played. There's no crafted PAs. So there's just a lot of room for improvement or things that they can add in or change to make the game a little bit more interesting. But nevertheless, this week, I am really going to be taking it easy. I probably won't be on NGS that often. I think I'm only going to be logging in to do my dailies as well as like complete the weeklies. The rest of the week I'm going to be playing Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, as well as Nikkei. Mainly those 3 games because, you know, we've got new story for Honkai Star Rail. I'm super excited for that. I still haven't explored Fontaine. I literally just got to Fontaine in Genshin Impact, so I've still got that entire story to blaze through. And then Nikkei, we just got the Nier Automata collaboration, so that is something that I'm going to be pulling for. I want 2B and I want A2 as well, so that's going to be a fun video. I'm going to be, hopefully, pray to the RNG gods that I get it. But on NGS itself, it's going to be pretty chill. There's nothing really going on this week. I might be playing on other ships, maybe gear them up a little bit. But honestly, I'm a little bit burnt out, I guess, of the current content. I'm going to be waiting for the NGS headline. Now in tomorrow's video, I will be going over my predictions of the NGS headline as well as things that we are sure that will come out, because you can predict like 80% of the stuff that's coming out just by looking at the roadmap. But yeah, for me, I'm just going to be on chill mode until NGS headline, and hopefully there's going to be something introduced for next month that will hype me up a little bit. I know there is the Oshinoko collaboration. I do need to watch that anime. I haven't seen a lot of Oshinoko. I've only watched the first episode. It was a tearjerker, sort of, yeah, very, very emotional. But you know, there's like, I don't know, 13 more episodes, 12 more episodes or something, so I do need to catch up on that. Definitely looking forward to that so that I actually understand all the references. Uncle of Another World, I haven't finished that anime either, so I do need to watch that. I'm probably going to watch that first, to be honest, because I like comedic animes more than those like serious animes, even though I heard that Oshinoko does lighten up a little bit after episode 1, so maybe I'll give it another chance. But yeah, this week is really chill for me. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time in-game simply because there's nothing that I really want to do. And remember friends, NGS is a video game. If you're not having fun playing NGS, your time is better spent on other things. So in my case, I'm going to be catching up on all of my backlog of anime as well as other games that I need to catch up on. So oh, I haven't done Armored Core yet. Ooh, I need to do Armored Core 6 as well. So yeah, I have a lot of games in my backlog that I need to catch up on, so I'm definitely going to be spending my time there. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.